Hi there, this is Malay and welcome back to my channel. Now in this video, let us continue exploring more Excel actions in Power Automate Desktop. Now this is part 4 of a series. If you have not gone through previous 3 parts, I would leave the link in the description below. You can go and watch those 3 videos and then can resume from here. So let's take a look at Get Active Cell on the worksheet. Now let me go ahead and drag and drop here. And what we are doing is we are continuing our example with sales team, which is here. And I have a sales team 2 as a sheet. In this, I of course have a table, and in that I have the values. Now what we are going to look at is which cell is currently active in this worksheet. So if I select, let's say G5, it should return G5. If it's, let's say C10, it should return C10. That's the objective. Which one is the active cell is something that we want to get. Now for this, we need to make sure that we set the active worksheet on which we want to work on. So the activate worksheet is number 2, which is actually the sales team 2. So let's do one thing. I already have a wait in between, and then I will be making a change to the active cell, and then we'll get to know the cell that it's detecting. And it will say active cell column index, active cell row index. Click on save. Let's click run. It'll load the Excel, set the second sheet as an active sheet, and we'll wait for 5 seconds. So now let's go, and G5 is the selected one. And now you can see it has completed the process, and you will see active cell column index is 7. What that means is it's obviously 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it is number 5. So you see, based on where our cursor or the cell was, it was successfully able to get the active cell. Now the next example that we will see is how do we sort the cells. In the sheet sales team 2, we have a state. What I would like to do is sort this entire table state wise. Now I've gone ahead and selected the entire table. You can have a different range into your sheet, and I have named it as a sales team 2 table. So this sheet has a table called sales team 2, and that is what we want to sort on the state. In this, let's go ahead and so let's go for sorting of the cells in a worksheet. In this case, the Excel instance would be same. I would like to sort a column in the active worksheet, or a table, or a range. I'm going to go with a table since I already have a table name. I'm going to provide the table. So it's going to be sales team 2 table. That's the name of my table. And sort by. You can click on edit. You can click on plus. Then sort by. So specify the column. So I already have a state as the column. In this case, what we can provide is state, and you would like to go for ascending or descending. Let me go ahead and do the descending, and in the descending, then I also would like to sort it through a city, and that has to be ascending. So you can provide the multiple sort by also. Let's click on done. Let's click on save. We don't need this get active cell now, so let's go ahead and delete this, and let's run this. It's launching now. It is sorting. You will see sorting happening, and there you have it, right? You just saw that now it is sorted. It is sending on the state. You can see the arrow here, and then after the state, it has got, let's say, North Carolina. In this, it has gone ahead and sorted the city in the ascending order. So that is how you can actually sort the table in the Excel sheet. Now the next action is, let's say I would like to filter based on the state. In this case, what we can do is use filter cells in the Excel worksheet. We will do the same. Let's go for table, sales team 2 table, column to filter on. In this case, I will provide state. Let's click on edit. I'm going to go with plus. In this case, you will say equals to Florida. So I'm looking for only the rows where the state is equals to Florida. That will filter it out. So click on save. Let's just remove this. We don't need sorting for now. Let's click run. Let's wait for that to launch and set. There we have it, and let's just wait for a while. And there you can see it has gone ahead and filtered the state Florida. So we now have the filtered applied into the Excel file. Now you can also go ahead and clear the filter. Now we already have a filter cells. Let's go ahead and clear the filter. Let's also add a wait action for a while. So again, I'm going to go and provide a wait for 5 seconds. And then we'll use clear filters in Excel worksheet so that we can actually see filtering in action and then unfiltering in action. So filter in the table, and the table is going to be sales team to table. That will actually clear the filter from that table. If you want clear the filter from a specific column, you can. If you want, provided in this case we already have a filter on the state, so we can provide. Click on save. Let's click run. Let it launch, and we'll see that in action. There it is. It is launched. Let's wait for 5 seconds. It will then filter. It is filtered. Wait for another 5 seconds, and then it will clear the filter. There you see the filter is now cleared. So let's go ahead and delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this. Let's keep it the active worksheet as it is. The next action that we will take a look at is get empty cell. So in the operations, you can see you would like to get the first empty cell in a column. So you can specify the column, the empty cell in a row. So you can specify the row number as well, or you would like to find all the empty cells. In this case, you can also provide the named cell or a specific range. Now let's first go ahead and use first empty cell. I would like to search by a column, and I would like to search in the specific range. In this case, we will stick around with the sales team 2, and we would like to find a missing state. So let's say I purposefully remove Oregon, and I will save the file. We are looking for a range A1 to G10. So let me go ahead and specify A1 G10, and what it will return is empty cell column index and empty cell row index. Click on save. Let's click run. So here we have not specified any specific row or a specific column to look for. Instead, we have specified the entire range, and you can see that empty cell column is 5, row is number 3. So we have column E as a 5 and 1, 2 and 3, because first is a header. That's the reason it is giving E3 correctly as the identified missing cell. The next that we will look at is first empty cell in a column. In this case, what we're going to be doing is, you can still specify the range, but you are interested to look for a specific column. In that, you are looking for finding the blank value. So let's go ahead and provide the D column, and let's go ahead and remove Tampa. Let me save this. So the column is going to be 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I'm only looking for a city column. So click on save, click run. It will give the empty cell column, empty cell row, and you can see the empty cell 4, and the column is, the row is 10, which is correctly identified. Let me put this back, click on save, and this time what we're going to be looking at is an edit by row, and in this we will be removing the date of joining. Let's click on save. So let's provide the row number 3. Click run, and we will be able to see the missing row and the column index, which is correctly identified as F, which is 6, and the row number 3. So F3 is a missing value. Now let's just say we have this, of course, empty. We don't have a state here. Let's say we don't have a city here, and we don't have a title here. So essentially 4 information is missing. I'm going to save this file, and what we will be using is now another configuration, which is get all the empty cells. Again, we are looking at the specific range, and all the information will be available in the empty cells. So click on save. Let's click run, and you can see that empty cells is now returned, and we have a range of column and row index. That tells us that we had 4 values missing, which is now correctly captured. So that is it in this video. I thank you so much for watching this video.